Are we going to see a Valkyrie spinoff? Maybe get your own deal going? What do you think?
I don't know.
Would that be something you're open to, though?
I love playing the character, so any chance I get to play her in any form, I'm happy to.
Am I sensing feelings?
Yeah, you're right.
Tessa, congratulations on Love and Thunder.
Thank you
I love
so
your
much.
character. I love this movie.
Thank
How much
you.
fun was it to be a part of?
Oh, it was such a blast. We were so excited just to get the gang back together, as it were, and also to welcome Natalie back. It was really just such a fun film to make.
I was mesmerized by your arms in the movie. I mean, you and Natalie, like, did you guys work out together? Like, how did you do it? Please tell me.
We did work out together sometimes. There was a gym, a really big, fantastic gym that they built for us on set because you have to work out like quite a lot to sustain it, and Chris especially, so we would work out sometimes on breaks or before we'd go to set in the mornings. So sometimes we would overlap. And I started training before. I had a really great trainer named Reginald Brantley.
Shout out
Reggie
to
the
Reggie.
Machine on Instagram. He's fantastic.
Okay, following him now.
But we were doing it like via Zoom actually, because it was at the height of the pandemic. So it was having to get creative around how to be in shape. And then also once I got to Australia, I had 2 weeks of quarantine there. So I was also on Zoom back with America.
Oh my gosh.
Working out. Yeah, it was like such a, but I feel really grateful, and Natalie says this too. It's like really a gift to have a part of the challenge of the job to get in the best shape that you can get into.
It's not just about like lifting weights and everything, and that's something that Natalie told me you gave her some pretty sound advice on.
Yeah, well, there's all sorts of like other things that you do. I remember one day, because Natalie and I, we were lucky enough to have someone prepare food for us when we were on set, and one day she was like, why do we have asparagus?
Yeah, so she said.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I was like, oh, that's my fault because it's a natural diuretic.
Yes.
So it's just good to help you shed water weight. And I was like, always in the infrared sauna and like stuff like that. But I don't know. It's really nice to, I never played sports. I was never an athlete. So for me, never, no.
Wow.
No.
But you're such a physical person.
I am quite physical, but I've only really discovered that through making these films. Like it was something that was inside me. So to get to explore that and really approach this athletically, like for me, getting into the mindset of Valkyrie is so much about the physicality first, which is not typically the way that I work. Usually it's about all the other particulars, but it's really fun to work that way. And
what did that tell you about what you're capable of?
Well, that's the actual thing. So I really actually dislike exercise. I don't really love it. It's not my favorite.
Like the results, but you don't.
I'm like a lady
by
of
the way.
leisure. I don't even like the results. I don't really like, I'm actually... Yeah, I don't really care that much, but...
Oh, you're giving all this hope right now.
But, no, but this is the thing. I think the thing that felt inspiring to me was this idea, particularly the older that we get as humans, we have this idea that we are fixed. Like, I am this way, right? And I think exercise and being able to see your body shift and change really reminds you as humans that we are capable of change. And that extends beyond our physical form. Like, we can effect positive change on ourselves with real determination and with care.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is a really great thing to remember as we get older. We are not fixed.
Right. It's about mental toughness too. And speaking of mental toughness, I heard that you waxed everybody when it came to the ice bath challenge.
That's so funny. That's cool to hear because I didn't even think about. For me, I was really trying to beat my personal best, right? So when I first got in the ice bath, and this ice bath is no joke. Like I've done cold baths before, but the one that Chris would have in our thing, sometimes you'd go in the morning and it'd have like a thick layer of ice that you would have to like break through and take ice out so that you could get inside of it, like truly really an ice bath. But I was also just like trying to beat my best. So it was like, okay, do 1 minute one day, 2 minutes the next day. Can I get to 3? Finally, can I get to 4? But I didn't realize that I beat everybody.
You really did. Props to you. Was there any kind of prize at the end, or just the bragging rights that you say? I
guess just bragging rights, and now I'm being acknowledged by my peers, which is there's no better reward, I suppose.
Times like this, we need to come together.
Quite a reunion, huh?
I love seeing you and Natalie on screen as strong female superheroes. A lot of little girls are going to be looking to you for that kind of inspiration and like seeing themselves in that. What does that mean to you?
It means everything to me. I mean, it was so incredible to see so many young women at the premiere last night, dressed like Natalie's character, dressed like mine. But also, it was really incredible to get to talk to young boys and them come up and say that they're a huge fan of the character too. I think sometimes we get in this idea of like, it's important obviously to have representation, but there's this real gendered idea. And the truth is, I think young boys should be able to look at Natalie and say like, she's so cool, she's so strong, that we should be able to relate to characters not just because of their gender expression, but because of who they are essentially as people. And that feels exciting to me.
What's it like working with Taika?
It's a blast. I mean, like, Taika's like family to me.
Yeah.
And, you know, he has an incredible way of making set feel so free and fun and surprising. And I think being able to hold so many contradictions inside of a movie, like, can you make a movie that is not self-serious, that makes fun of itself, but also has pathos, that talks about love, that talks about loss and longing, but is also silly and irreverent. And I think that's a really special thing that not a lot of folks can do.
Yeah. So as an actor, I mean, like, you're working primarily in front of what, like a green screen when you're doing this?
Sometimes, but actually we work a lot in practical world. So we work a lot on location, and also they build out these incredible sets. So, you know, where some of our scenes take place is sort of like the town hall is in Asgard, and also the beautiful set that you'll see of New Asgard. They built that set into a beautiful, actually outdoor space in Australia. And it felt, I mean, it was so cool. You could go in all the places and open drawers and things really existed. I mean, it felt like a little seaside town in Norway that you would want to spend time in. And that was the amazing work of all of our set builders that have been doing it for months and months and months. So I think there is an idea sometimes with these films that everything is on a green screen. And the truth is that's not. I mean, there's incredible technicians that are building the world, but digitally, but there's incredible craftsmen and women that are building the practical world that we get to play on. And that's such a dream.
I bet, like, just to see the finished product on screen and like to see yourself transported into these worlds, it's got to be like a crazy feeling.
Yeah, it's pretty humbling. I mean, on these films, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that are so skilled at what they do work on it. I mean, we are on the poster and we're in the frames, but we're really a pretty small piece of the filmmaking that's happening, all things considered.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.